And that brings us to 7:52 News Extra Time, and brought to you by First State Bank. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. We are so pleased today to have Jill Anderson here, as she is just a wonderful singer. She does theater. She does everything. Incredible performer, and she is going to be at the Midwest Theater tonight for the Celtic Cabaret. Now, I know it looks like Celtic on there, but it's Celtic, right?
Yeah, I believe that's the right pronunciation.
I think that's the right pronunciation. So you are going to give us kind of a tour through Ireland music and song and all that kind of stuff, right?
That's right. It's kind of an overview of the different types of music that are traditional to Ireland.
Okay.
So that can be military anthems, ballads, of course, things like Danny Boy, that's on the list. That's an American Irish song, so something that would have come about after, the great immigration of Irish people to the United States. It happened in the 19th century. So all kinds of different things. Songs that pertain to Irish folklore as well, like the fairy lore, for instance. There is music that speaks of that. So it's a big, sort of a sampler platter of Irish music.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, are you from? You are from Ireland?
I am not from Ireland. I have Irish blood, but I'm not actually from Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what made you all of a sudden think, this would be a good show for me to do?
Well, that's a good question. When I was in high school, my best friends were dark Irish, a pair of dark Irish lads named Joe and John Fogarty, and their mother was of Irish descent, and their father was also of Irish descent, and they were both big fans of Irish folk music, and they turned me on to the music when I was in high school, and it stuck. My desire to perform it never went away because it really fits the style of my voice. So the rest is history. Since then, I've been learning it, pursuing it, researching it, and performing it, and recording it as well.
Wow. And you're going to have a number of instruments. You're going to do a cappella. You're going to have a number of instruments in the production tonight, right?
That's right. Now, some Irish folk groups, have maybe 5 or 6 musicians on stage, and the tradition in Ireland in the pubs would be to do sessions, which would be any musician from the community could come and join in on that. The way that I like to approach it is to really pare it down to a few essential instruments, and to sort of clear away all of the instrumental sound, other than just being a support to the vocal line, because ultimately these are story songs. Most of them have a story behind them, or they tell a story, and so I want the story to take front and center, and the instrumental stuff supports that story.
There's a lot of stories. I mean, Ireland has a rich history. So do you go back a long ways away and then all the way to present?
Absolutely. I mean, we're doing songs. One of the songs is of medieval origin. She moved through the fairs, probably goes back to medieval times. And some of the more recent stuff is as recent as artists who are going right now. Lorena McKennitt, for instance, did a song that I do in the lineup.
Yeah. And you're not only going to perform here tonight, but also in Sydney as well, right?
That's right. Tomorrow we hit Sydney.
Wow.
It's our tour of the Panhandle.
Wow, that's fantastic. So where are you going to perform in Sydney?
Oh, gosh, that's a good question.
It's the High School's Performing Arts.
High School
Venue.
Performing
right.
Arts Center? Okay.
Yeah, we stay in one location when we're there.
Yeah, okay. All right. Plus, this woman got in at like 1 in the morning and still had the courage to get up and be on our show, and she's going to do a little performance here with this drum. It's got a special name, doesn't it?
This is called a bowrun drum. It's pronounced bowrun, and it's a frame drum, which means it's sort of shaped like a tambourine, but it doesn't have the jingles on it. Yes, and this is a traditional Irish drum. It's played with a little double-headed mallet right here called the tipper.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to give you a tiny little snippet of a song called The Minstrel Boy, which is a song that is sort of an allegory for the Irish struggle against England's rule over their country. Of course, they've been working for independence, for hundreds of years, and finally got it in the early 20th century. But this song pertains to that history of struggle for independence.
Okay, hang on just a second. We're going to take a break real fast. I got to get this break in.
Okay.
And then we'll do that, okay?
Got it.
Okay, cool. On the way.
I'll just do one little short verse. It's a
Okay.
teaser, but it won't.
Okay, well, that's all right. That's cool.
Well, we'll let them buy a ticket if they want more.
Yeah,
You don't
it's-
get this just for free.
All right, we are back on News Extra, and once again we have Jill Anderson here, and she's performing at the Midwest Theater with a wonderful performance tonight of Ireland anthems and ballads and all kinds of different songs telling the history of Ireland. And you were going to perform just a snippet, as you said, of a little tune that she's going to do tonight on the Bowdrin drum.
Bowdrin drum, that's right.
Okay.
So this features Bowdrin drum. It's a traditional Irish folk drum, and the song is called "The Minstrel Boy." I'll give you just one little verse of it, so you get a taste of it.
Okay.
The minstrel boy to the war has gone in the ranks of death. You will find him, his father's sword he has girded on, and his wild harp slung behind him. Land of song sang a warrior bard, though all the world betray thee. One sword at least thy right shall guard, one faithful heart shall praise thee.
Very good, thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, in addition to all she does with the performance and stuff, I mentioned she does this. She's an actress, a coach, 24-year performing career. You have been in so many great plays. I mean,
Yeah,
Sweeney Todd and Twelfth Night and Little Shop of Horrors and
Oh,
all
yeah.
kinds of wonderful stuff.
I've been doing this for a very long time, really, since I graduated from college. Probably, my goodness, I don't want to date myself here, but over 25 years I've been
Yeah.
traveling around the country. I've lived in most of the major cities and lived in New York City and pursued both drama and music for pretty much my entire adult life.
Yeah, and she was over at the what used to be the Omaha Firehouse Dinner Theater.
Yeah.
You performed there.
Worked at the Firehouse, worked for Nebraska Shakespeare Festival,
Yeah.
many seasons with them.
Yeah, and
And,
worked with Susan Selvey in a production, right?
I
Our
sure
own
did.
Susan Selvey.
Susan Selvey and I did Nonsense too at the Firehouse Dinner Theater some years back.
Wow,
That's where I
fantastic.
first met Susan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I'm sure she'll be there tonight.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so. All right, very good. Well, thank you for coming in. Once again, you can still get tickets, but they'll be in the balcony. But nevertheless, the balcony's a good seat,
Great place to sit.
right? Great place to sit. They're $18 for members, and all balcony seats are $18 whether you're a member or a non-member, right?
Yep.
So give Billy a call. The lobby area is all taken care of. So pretty much, am I right,
Yep, the
Billy?
main floor, there's some single seats left.
Single seats left on the main floor, but we're going to have a good crowd. I mean, there's already 550 seats sold. So if you don't want tickets, get to the Midwest Theater and give Billy a call. Should be a great show tonight. We're really looking forward to it.
Well, thank you so much for having me on, Kevin.
You bet. Thank you, Jill.